Conference Coach of the Year, as well as the Beat the Streets, New York City Beat the Streets Coach of the Year once. And he also did his service with the executive board here and being the secretary for 6 years for the Division III NWCA. Come on up, Bob.
What is I'm doing?
First, I would like to congratulate my fellow inductees. I'm truly honored and humbled by this award. My accomplishments pales in comparison to some of the coaches in this room and the current Hall of Fame inductees. When I began my tenure at Hunter as a head coach in 1980, I never thought it would span for 30 years. I was able to have a career this long with the support of my faithful wife, my loving wife, Ellen, my wonderful parents, and my children, Allison and Lauren, who realized that this was not just a coaching job, but a passionate calling in my life. I want to thank my coaches, Dr. Charles Brown, my college coach, my mentor, and next to my dad, the man who has influenced me most of my life. Phil Rosenthal, who was my teammate, my coach, and now a lifelong friend. Mark Miller, my freestyle coach, and the person who started me in high school, Cy Ginsberg, who just saw me as someone who started with the desire to excel in the sport. They were profound influences in my life. Many thanks also to Terry Weinsart, who gave me the opportunity and support to keep wrestling alive in Hunter while every other community sport in our conference dropped. My colleagues, including some of you in the audience right now, have been, although rivals, a constant pillar of support. Bruce Havley, you were the captain of my 1983 team, who's now the coach of NYU, and I am more proud of you than you will ever realize. Mike Howard, we have battled time and time again, but you always remained a true friend. Even Don Murray, who never talked to me for the first 20 years of my coaching career, I don't know if Don's here, have been a source of inspiration for his longevity and dedication to the sport. Ned McGinley, you are one of the most masterful coaches among the many against whom I had the honor of coaching the Metropolitan Conference, New York State Intercollegiate Conference, and the NCAA tournament. However, no coach can go it alone without the support of their assistant coaches. Raphael Soto, Paul Austin, we coached our first national champ, Terry Madden, together. Corey Luch, who's not here, is like my little brother. Unfortunately, he jumped ship at NYU when Bruce tripled his salary. But I did forgive him for that. Mike Simon, who took over the team for me and did a great job in continuing our tradition. To my wrestlers, who are too numerous to mention, you have never stopped thinking of me for being your coach, and I can never stop thanking you for making me look good as a coach. You have given each of me memories which will be etched in my mind forever. And finally, my teammates, who have become lifelong friends. We will always be bonded in the brotherhood of wrestling. In closing, I want to convey a short story about a very dear friend who passed away last spring, and someone who remains a part of me. In the last few years of Dave Eisenhower's great career as coach at TCNJ, we would not only talk about wrestling, but about our families, our children, and about the great kids we coached over the years. If you knew Dave, you knew him as a talented coach and a man of integrity. I also knew him as a man who loved his family with the same passion he loved wrestling. I asked Dave in one of our many conversations how he was able to balance it all. He said, "Bob, many of the great kids you coach will someday walk out that door and you will never see them again. But your family will always be there for you." That resonated with me throughout the rest of my career. You will sometimes be judged by your wins, your losses, and your national accolades. You will sometimes, but more importantly, you will be remembered by the lives you touched and the positive impact you had and will have on your own kids in wrestling. That family will always be there for you. You will be appreciated and loved long after you're gone, and that will be your legacy in this great sport. Thank you very much for the NWCA for